Oh, sneakers app, always trending for the very, very wrong reasons on Twitter, especially on release day. Okay, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, they totally botched the women's Air Jordan 4 Canyon Purple drop. We'll talk about that for a second. Yes, I did a lace swap on the Air Jordan 1 High Starfish for women, but I have another pair of laces on the way. Yes, I own a new vest. Again, that's something new within the closet. And yeah, let's just talk for a sec.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ, back another video on Talks with TJ. Yes, a lace swap has been done to the ivory cream sale, whatever you would like to call alternative laces available for the women's Air Jordan 1 High Starfish. I love the look, love the aesthetic. The video for the unboxing and review is done with orange in them. It was just the fastest way for me to go ahead and get that done. Not to mention, I appreciate size already having them laced, so I didn't have to go through that debacle. But I have other laces on the way. Now, all over the internet, we've seen the darker brown or like this mocha brown rope lace, and I really appreciate it. I like it, but I'm actually gonna go a slightly different route. So once those laces arrive, whenever they actually touch down, I'll be sure to give you guys a reveal for that. But that's available up on the channel. It's like right there. There you go. That's available for you guys to view. I really appreciate all the feedback and support for the format of that video. Again, it's an Air Jordan 1. Now, does it have a few differences here and there? Yes, it does. It's supposed to, well, if you actually put it side by side for other Jordan 1s, does it have a higher cut on the back and a straighter cut? Yes, it does, but that's not something that matters in the grand scheme of owning the sneaker. For me personally, it's just not. I'll be honest, it's why it wasn't a detail that I wanted to touch on. But again, appreciate the feedback on a new format. When that makes sense, where maybe my thoughts or something I would like to focus on more for the concept or anything else in relation to the shoe versus just a silhouette we've seen or a colorway we've seen, I may just go ahead and provide a video similar to that. Now, for the women's 4, wow, sneakers, just wow. I really and truly wished everyone the best in being able to get these. And if you were, please go ahead and just drop a comment below. Although it seems like a lot of people were not, thanks to sneakers and the app being so just ridiculous in the experience. What do you say? I really don't know. And yes, the news heard around the world, Nike will crack down on bots, bot-ish behavior. If they think you are a bot or possibly reselling, then they intend to crack down. There was an entire discussion had about that on Twitter this week. And the interesting thing, at least for me, right? There are some pros and cons to that. Surely they're trying to, or the perception is they're trying to get pairs into the hands of manual buyers who really just want to enjoy the shoe. They are part of the culture. They want to wear them for the toe, right? That's what we're hoping. I get that, but who gets caught in the crossfire of that? Let's just say like you're in one household and it could look bot-ish or it could look reseller-ish if everyone in the home, you're buying multiple pairs of the same shoe or various sizes of the same shoe, and everyone is maybe using the same credit card and it's all coming to the same address. If husband, wife, and the kids want pairs, like some people could get caught in the crossfire there. So there are things to think about. But they want to tackle bots. Maybe get a system that understands how to function properly on release day. That is also something that I would say Nike needs to focus on, not just the bots, but there are a number of different things plaguing users and, you know, buyers looking to just own the shoes to enjoy them. So we'll see what happens. I don't know that this really deters any reseller that really has their heart set on copying pairs to resell and for the profit margin. They go after pairs and sometimes it doesn't make sense, okay? Let me touch on a collab that I think is amazing. I'm very biased right now. It being, you know, my original hometown of where I was born, Detroit, Michigan. So 218, they have a collaboration with Jordan Brand for an Air Jordan 2 Low, and I'm actually shocked that this went through, like all the way through to execution, just because I wouldn't necessarily just jump out the window and say, yeah, Jordan Brand would be a-okay with touching on the Flint Water Crisis, but they are. And if you pay attention to the bottom sole of the shoe, it actually kind of tells the story of the just disgusting water that Flint is having to deal with and still dealing with, versus it moving like towards what it should be, which is clear and crisp and, you know, water that you can actually consume and use. And this has been an ongoing issue. It's really embarrassing for the city of Flint and for Michigan. So leadership needs to get it together, but we've known that for some time now, since Flint began having these issues. So 218 decided to tell a very intentional, a very direct and story that means something to them, but also the people around them that support them and that are in neighboring cities. So I was not at home, but hopefully I have somebody that can come through to get me a pair. I will let you guys know, of course, if I'm able to get my hands on one, because it was first released to locals. It will be released later, online drop, I believe October 21st. But that aside, there were people that stood in line at both locations within Detroit to get the pairs, only to resell them or post them to resell on StockX. And like, once we're done with taxes and fees and everything, you're not really making anything. You're better off eating out like a few less times a week to make back the small profit margin that you're getting on this shoe. So again, resellers are gonna try to eat no matter what. I don't have any love lost if you start to suffer because Nike is working on bot protection. I mean, listen, if you're hustling to resell, you gotta pivot. If you're a hustler, it just is what it is. Now, resellers are a true part of the ecosystem right now. That just is what it is. We can't deny that. And yes, I buy pairs from resellers. We know this. I go on GOAT, I go on eBay, new eBay pickup on the way. I go on GOAT, I go on eBay. I've been on StockX. So yeah, it's certainly something that, you know, a lot of us benefit from, but I don't think there's any love lost if they start to suffer because Nike is cracking down. It's nice to be able to go on Sneakers app when it's working to pick up pairs that you wanted, and maybe you needed to wait for whatever reason, a day, a few days, a week. It's just a nice experience when that can actually happen for you, if the app works again. But just my quick thoughts on a Saturday. And yeah, you guys are able to see just in some shots, this vest that I got, went ahead and got some shots done with the women's Air Jordan 1 Starfish. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. The link for this vest will be below. I got it half off on Dick's Sporting Goods. And as always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.